I'll say it as a fan and nothing else. The silence surrounding our quarterback room finally has some clarity that makes me feel a whole lot better about the upcoming season. Daniel Jones is officially trending toward being a full participant in training camp following his Achilles injury, and the latest reports confirm he has cleared every medical milestone necessary for his return. This matters because it proves the front office was right to double down on his contract, securing our starter for the long haul. And honestly, the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. I'm Lucas, so hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your name and city in the comments below. Let's get into it. Daniel Jones is officially trending toward a full return for the start of training camp, providing a massive sigh of relief for everyone in Indianapolis. After tearing his Achilles late last year, our starting quarterback has met every medical milestone throughout this past spring. According to Albert Breer of SI.com, Jones is now expected to participate in team drills when practices open in late July. It is a remarkable turnaround for a player who arrived as a cast-off from the Giants and quickly energized this franchise. Last season, he guided us to an 8-5 record, tossing 19 touchdowns against 8 interceptions before the unfortunate injury cut his campaign short. The organization clearly believes in his future as we recently inked him to a 2-year, $88 million extension. This multi-year investment proves the front office is satisfied with his rehabilitation progress. And honestly, this news hit our fan base with a profound sense of cautious optimism, as we have spent the entire offseason wondering if our signal caller would be ready to reclaim his place under center. Despite outside rumors suggesting we might move in a different direction, the roster remains stable. Anthony Richardson and Riley Leonard are still on the depth chart, and while we did add Easton Stick, the team has shown no indication that they intend to look elsewhere. The primary question is whether Jones can truly regain the mobility he flashed during those early wins last year, or if the recovery will limit his ability to extend plays in the pocket. With his health seemingly sorted, we have to look deeper at the internal expectations for the offense under Shane Steichen. If the quarterback is physically ready, how much will his playing style evolve to protect his surgically repaired leg during the high-stakes pressure of a full regular season schedule? The most surprising development in this entire saga is that the Indianapolis Colts likely knew Daniel Jones would hit these critical medical milestones long before they put pen to paper on that massive 2-year, $88 million extension. We have seen this organization gamble on quarterbacks before, but tying such a significant portion of the salary cap to a signal caller coming off a torn Achilles is a massive commitment that signals absolute trust from the front office. Before this injury derailed the final stretch of the season, Jones provided a spark by guiding this team to an 8-5 record while maintaining a solid ratio of 19 touchdowns against only 8 interceptions. And this is the part that gets me. The team managed to secure his services via the transition tag first, which served as a calculated hedge while they monitored his rehabilitation progress throughout the spring. According to Albert Breer of SI.com, Jones has met every single mark during his recovery, moving him from restricted individual drills to potentially full participation in team settings as training camp opens in late July. While we might wonder if the front office felt nervous while the team dropped those final 3 games of the year, their lack of aggressive moves to replace him during free agency speaks volumes about their internal confidence. They have clearly decided that Jones is their guy, opting only to bring in Easton Stick for depth rather than inviting a true quarterback controversy with Anthony Richardson or Riley Leonard. The coaching staff under Shane Steichen is clearly banking on stability to help the team bounce back from that late-season collapse. We have to hope that this calculated financial investment pays off when the season kicks off, because the path forward depends entirely on whether Jones can replicate that initial success without any lingering physical setbacks. The health of Daniel Jones represents the single most critical pivot point for our organization as we approach the grind of the upcoming season. According to SI.com's Albert Breer, Jones met all his spring marks and is trending toward full participation in training camp, which removes the lingering shadow of uncertainty that has clouded our offseason plans. And that changes everything regarding our stability under center. With the front office committing 2 years and $88 million to a player recovering from a torn Achilles, the financial risk was massive, but having him ready for Week 1 keeps our salary cap alignment focused entirely on contention rather than contingency. This shift means Anthony Richardson and Riley Leonard now slide into clear support roles as the team avoids a messy quarterback carousel. With Jones back, we can finally stop speculating about roster movement and start preparing for the tactical demands of our schedule. We need that veteran poise when facing the intensity of division rivals, especially as we aim to improve upon that 8-5 mark from last year. His presence dictates our offensive ceiling, turning what could have been a transition year into a legitimate push for a deep postseason run. Without him, we would be searching for answers. With him, we have a quarterback who has already proven he can steer this ship toward victory. By securing Jones, Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen have signaled that they are not interested in rebuilding, but rather in capitalizing on our immediate window of opportunity. As Indianapolis Colts fans, we know that success in this league is often defined by who is available when the pressure mounts, and having our starter back at full strength provides the confidence we need to navigate the challenging matchups ahead with real purpose and a clear path toward the playoffs. The decision to bet big on Daniel Jones is a calculated risk that hinges entirely on the belief that his play during that 8-5 stretch was the true indicator of his potential rather than a fleeting moment of fortune. The upside here is substantial, as Jones proved he could stabilize the offense and put points on the board, demonstrating a level of competence that has been elusive for this team for far too long. By locking him in, the organization avoids the chaos of a total rebuild, allowing Shane Steichen to build continuity with a veteran who has already proven he can grasp the system. What nobody is talking about is the physical toll of an Achilles injury on a quarterback who relies on his mobility to extend plays. If that burst is gone, the 2-year, $88 million commitment could quickly turn into a massive anchor around our salary cap. While Albert Breer reports that Jones met his rehabilitation marks, we have to consider if the presence of Anthony Richardson and Riley Leonard on the roster signals that the front office is not quite as confident as the public statements suggest. It is smart to maintain these options, but having 3 distinct directions at quarterback can often lead to unnecessary locker room distractions. Here is where I land on this. Paying that much for a player coming off a season-ending injury feels aggressive, if not outright dangerous, given the track record of those specific injuries. I suspect the media is leaning too heavily into the optimism surrounding his return to training camp, as recovering from surgery is rarely a linear path. We have to hope Chris Ballard knows something we do not, because if this gambit fails to produce results early in the season, the pressure on this entire leadership group will become completely suffocating. The organization's decision to secure Daniel Jones with a 2-year, $88 million extension signals a clear commitment to stability as head coach Shane Steichen looks to build upon last year's promising 8-5 run. By meeting all his rehabilitation milestones following that unfortunate Achilles injury, Jones has proven his dedication to this franchise, ensuring that the team remains focused on sustained success rather than another year of uncertainty at the most important position on the field. And I'll be straight with you, there is plenty of reason for us to feel optimistic as we approach late July. With Jones trending toward full participation in team drills, the offense can finally sharpen its identity instead of shuffling through backups. The front office has wisely kept Anthony Richardson and Riley Leonard on the roster, providing us with a necessary insurance policy, yet everything points to Jones leading the charge under center come September. This continuity is a welcome change for a team that has navigated choppy waters for too long. We should feel confident because the decision-makers clearly trust the data behind the quarterback's recovery progress. Having seen him account for 19 touchdowns against 8 interceptions during his stretch of starts, it is fair to believe that a healthy Jones is the catalyst we need to reclaim our standing in the division. Now that we have addressed the quarterback room, the path ahead looks significantly clearer for the upcoming campaign. Do you believe the Colts made the right choice by committing $88 million to Daniel Jones instead of pursuing a different veteran starter? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. For the Shoe, I'll see you in the next one.